Yeah. So the Tesla plan has really been pretty straightforward. Start off with a low volume, expensive car, because at low volume everything's expensive, and that was the Roadster. And I think there may be some people in the audience who actually owned a Tesla Roadster, and thank you for doing that. And then there was step 2, which is mid-price, mid-volume, which is the Model S and X. And then we're going to high volume, lower price, which is the Model 3. And that's hopefully going to get in production later this year. So the Model S and the X have won a lot of awards, sort of Car of the Year. Recently, in the UK and Germany, won the Gold Steering Wheel Award, Model X. So I think these are great cars that you'll really enjoy driving. I really encourage you to take a test drive if you haven't. They're really fun cars. Our goal in creating these products has been to build something that you will love. And there are just very few products that you can buy that you really love. It's just rare. And I hope you fall in love with these. The button. Okay. So the S and the X have all-wheel drive. Recently, we actually upgraded the Model S with a combination of software and some mass reductions to achieve the fastest 0 to 100 time of any car ever. So that includes $1 million two-seater sports cars. It achieved a 0 to 100 miles an hour, or 0 to 100 kilometers an hour. Yeah, exactly. 0 to 60 miles an hour in 2.27, and 0 to 100 kilometers, which is slightly longer, in 2.4. Yeah, hopefully that's fast enough. It's really fun. I mean, the nice thing about that is it's like having instant fun available at any time. If you like pure unadulterated joy, on tap, whenever you want, this is the car to get. It's really hard to describe. You can only experience it. The car will accelerate at 1.2 Gs, so it's faster than falling. And with a range of over 600 kilometers, so it should be able to take you wherever you want to go. From a safety standpoint, the Model S is still the safest car ever tested by the US government in terms of probability of injury. It has the lowest probability of injury of any car ever tested. It's got a very high torsional rigidity and a low center of gravity, so the handling is really good. And then we keep improving the car via over-the-air updates. So all the cars that we've made since October last year have the sensor system that will enable full autonomy. So they have 360-degree cameras, redundant forward cameras, forward radar, long-range, high-precision, ultrasonic sonar, and we keep improving the software over the air. So more and more functionality gets added over time. So the car gets better the longer you own it. So as I was mentioning with the autopilot, yeah, all the cars that we make today will be capable of full autonomy. And then just some basic background on Tesla. We're currently building about 2,000 cars a week, about 30,000 employees around the world, 250 retail service locations, 800 supercharger stations, and almost 200,000 cars delivered. So it's really scaling quite a bit, and we look forward to having this be, a significant presence in the U.A.E. Talking about things more broadly, there's the combination of generation with storage and then transport. Those are the three elements that are needed for a long-term sustainable future. And we'll be offering over time all three of those here. And some examples of where we've implemented this. In American Samoa, there's an island that's powered entirely with solar and batteries. We just completed the largest battery installation in the world in Southern California for SoCal Edison. That's almost 100 megawatt hours. And then we did another big installation of solar and batteries in Hawaii. And then to achieve these economies of scale, we're building the Gigafactory, which is the largest building of any kind in the world, and by far the largest factory. That sort of puts things into scale. Sorry, 747s, and then the Burj Khalifa, which is an incredible building. Yeah, that's. I love it when people do things like this. You know, I think it's really inspiring to see something like this. It's all power, sure. But I think it's just really incredible. And I wish there were more things like this in the world. You know, it sort of makes you proud to be a human, really, when you see things like this. So, I've had a lot of really great meetings with the U.A.E. government ministers, and it's clear that there's a very strong, widespread commitment to sustainability, and for the U.A.E. to be a beacon country, really a leading country, perhaps the leading country in the world in progress towards sustainability. So I'm amazed. Really, really great stuff. The goal of 25% energy from solar by 2030. $160 billion investment. This is all incredible stuff, and I mean, you know, you should be really proud of being in this country. It's great, really amazing. This is really pretty incredible. Yeah, and when I see a building like this, I'm like, wow, these guys can really get things done. And so where we are today is we're just starting out, but we have 2 supercharger sites, 26 destination chargers, and our first store. But over the next year, we're going to be building out supercharger locations to allow travel throughout the region. So you'll be able to go to Bahrain, Oman, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, and anywhere you want to go, basically. The key is to give you the freedom to travel wherever you want, whenever you want. And we're adding in service centers throughout the region. So you'll have 24-hour-a-day service capability. So the overarching point I want to make is that Tesla is extremely committed to U.A.E., and we're going to make sure that you love the experience. That's the overarching goal. So thank you.